Oh, shit. Oh. Hey, Dimitri. Stuck on Glenwood. Let me take a look. Did I even turn it on? Nope. Didn't even turn it on. Thanks, Dimitri. I wish there was like an automation for all of this. It'd be nice to be able to press one button and everything just goes on. I do record these rides, yes. They do go to Strava. Yeah, well that's exactly it. Like you gotta turn the map on, I gotta turn BellaBox on, gotta press start, then I gotta press go on the map, and then I gotta open up the chat app, then I gotta do exclamation mark start to get the stream going. Like, or if you could embed all the apps inside one app. So you could just go like open up one app and go start. I mean, really though, it's it takes like 25 seconds, but.
True, I once went for a stream and forgot to turn on NOALBS, so couldn't control OBS.
Yeah, that is like a pain in the butt. I've done that where I've driven to a cross race and got to the cross race, went to turn everything on, something wasn't working. Luckily it was a cross race in Nanaimo and I had time to drive home, fix it. I think if you were streaming far away from home a lot, I could see the use of the of those cloud OBS services. Wouldn't want to pay for it right now, but if you were on a trip or something and you wanted to stream, oh, it's looking like it's gonna be a beautiful day.
It's already 20 C here.
20? Holy crap.
Gonna be another hot one.
Jeez. It's a little on the cooler side these mornings, but you know what? I'm not going to complain because a little on the cooler side is nice. Actually, I like these mornings. The air is kind of crisp and it's a bit cold, but when the sun hits you, the sun feels fantastic.
Yeah, doing anything physical cooler is nice.
I could have probably worn my full finger gloves today. I'm doing an experiment on wasting data. I have basically the Bella box as cranked as it can go. I'm running 1080/60, and I was curious to see if there's any sort of noticeable difference. Yeah, like right now, the Bella box is maxed out at 12K, but it's pushing 13 right now. 13.5. We are just using up the data plan. Wasting it all.
Is Twitch limit bitrate?
Yes. Twitch limit, I think, is like 6K. I've heard, I run it at 7,500, but I was talking with some people. So what ends up happening is a lot of people will say, oh, well, if you go above
OBS,
6...
you'll get a bit better quality from OBS to Twitch.
Well, that's what I'm hoping. Because a lot of people will be like, oh man, no, 6K on Bella box. You can only do 6K to Twitch. So it's a waste to go above 6K. But I need to get the best possible quality into OBS before it goes to Twitch. And from what I've seen, when I stream at 6K, what OBS sees, it's pretty much pushing the same quality to Twitch. Like my Bella box recorded feed looks exactly the same as my Twitch feed. But I know it can do better, because when I stream from home on my 1080 camera, my 1080 camera on my home PC is freaking sharp and crisp. It's like HD. And it's pushing to Twitch, even only it's pushing 6K bitrate. The camera feed in Twitch looks better than this camera feed. Mind you, if a camera's plugged into the computer, it's probably running 30 megabits per second. But I wanted to do a test. I don't want to waste data all the time. But my thought is, if I am pushing, you know, the absolute best to my home OBS, Morning Frackberg, it should be better in Twitch. I mean, my streams in the past have looked fine. I think they look good. I was just curious, can they look even better? So yesterday on my bike ride, I was running 12K data rate, but I was running 1080/30.
I have my OBS output at 4K. Not sure if there is a point sending higher since my setup I get max out of GoPro.
Yeah, that's... Well, I was running 60 all the time, and then I dropped down to 30 because I was reading a bunch, and the theory was if you're maxed out by bit rate, running 60 FPS is not going to increase the quality. But if you run 30 FPS, each frame is in a sense getting double the data allowed than it would be if it was running 60. And so since switching my streams to 1080/30 at 6,000 bit rate, I've noticed the stream actually looks a little bit better. Not dramatically better. Like, you're not going to be like, holy crap, it's amazing, but I'm kind of lucky.
Everyone IRL is obsessed with 60 and most are walking around.
Well, that's exactly it. Like, you don't need 60. Honestly, and it's what's funny is most people film real life in 30. Like, I could understand video games in 60, fast-moving action, but no, you don't need to walk around. But I kind of have a perfect situation with my commutes, though, is because I ride the same route pretty much every day. So I have...
Terry always get the why don't you film in 60 and he's like you, I only film in 24.
Yeah, exactly. And so with me riding the same route every day, it gives me a good opportunity to change camera settings.
Think when you ride past just talking randomly.
I always wonder that too, and when I went past that bus station just now, that bus stop, I kind of like stopped talking because I was like, I think they just think that I'm on a phone. Because you see that all the time, guys walking down the street talking on a phone. That's what I think.
At least now there are wireless earbuds, so your phone makes sense.
It's when you guys talk in text to speech that I think is weird, because the people are like, what the heck did... But anyways, I was saying I ride the same route every day, so I have a good opportunity to change camera settings and then compare videos. And so I've been doing that over the past month and a half. And I think I've slowly narrowed it down, but this is the super test. Like, what is the... Yeah, like I'm pushing 12.8, 12.7. Oh my gosh, there's so much data going. Oh, so much data.
So the camera is also set at 1080/60.
Yeah, so I set the camera at 1080/60. I set Bella Box is just taking whatever the camera is giving it. I set my home OBS to 1080/60 to go to Twitch. It was all on 30 and now it's on 60. So everything, and with my graphics card, I've set the encoding to Twitch. I've maxed out like every encoder setting that there is. Like, I'm making the graphics card, it's working. See, with IRL though, it's easier because if I was streaming Zwift, the computer has to deal with Zwift and streaming at the same time. With IRL, the computer is just sitting there dealing with one camera feed. When I Zwift stream, I have, 2 1080 camera feeds, plus the game, plus other stuff.
Would going 1080/30 to Twitch make it better quality so you get extra frames?
Yeah, it totally, actually, honestly, 1080/30 looked better. Looked better than 1060 because you're limited by bitrate. But with this experiment, I thought, what would it look like if you just wanted to waste all your data? So if you look at yesterday's VOD, that was 1080/30 at 12,000 bitrate. Today is 1080/60 at 12,000 bitrate. But yeah, the general idea is if you run lower frames per second, you have more data to use per frame. So there should be less. But that's why I actually usually stop right there over the water, was I use that as my comparison test. Because I have,
When is the ETA on the new ferry?
I think they said August. They originally wanted it July. Actually, the company that I work for, I've been working on the drawings and stuff for this, but they originally, I think, were looking for July, but they started way too late, and now I think they're pushing for August, and I think August is doable. I can't wait. I have a concert. The family and I are going to go to Ed Sheeran at the end of August, and we have a hotel room booked. And it was $500, and I'm really hoping the ferry gets going before the concert.
Major city projects are way over budget and delayed.
Yeah, well, it's funny, construction. I'm in the construction industry, and I always laugh because they have news articles of, oh, they're building this new hotel, and the hotel is going to be open fall of 2023, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's going to be like summer of 2024, maybe. Like, initial construction projections are always a year. But yeah, if they can get that ferry going, because they were talking about they're going to put the ferry on late runs for concerts and sporting events, then I can cancel my $500.
And LRT is, I think, now 2 years behind.
Yeah, it totally is. I can cancel the $500 hotel, and we can take a $140 ferry. Actually, what would it be? No, round trip. Yeah, it's like, is it $40 one way? 80, 160, 40, no, it'd be like $220. So, still less than half a hotel for a round trip.
Company that again started talking about a ferry from Toronto to Niagara on the lake.
Huh. Niagara, that's like a pretty big, like, tourist vacation spot, isn't it?
It's wine country.
Oh, okay. So Niagara is like Kelowna here. Like the interior of BC is all wineries and golf courses, and people go to the interior to drink wine and do wine tours.
But Niagara on the lake is not Niagara Falls.
Oh, it's different? Oh, green light. Oh, yeah, come on.
Like 30 minutes drive away.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Guess it's for the people who want to do wine tours or something. The Toronto to US ferry failed years ago.
We have pretty quick border crossings in that area. Like, I mean, I'm not here, I'm not near a border. Oh crap, I totally just ran like the red light. That guy had the green. I don't think he noticed though.
Hooligan cyclists doing hooligan cyclist things.
Yeah. I don't think people realize that the bike lane actually has its own lights. So all the lights went green except the bike lane light stayed red. And so I just thought, I bet everyone just thinks, oh, the light was green, he had the right of way. And this is a pleasant ride when you don't have to fight the headwind the whole time. This is nice. It's like half the power, half the energy. Tide's really high today too. It was crazy low on my ride yesterday.
The water levels in parts here been all over the place.
Yeah, we've had some extreme tides here. Yesterday it was insanely low, and today is really high.
Do you guys get much flooding?
Right on!
Oh, geez. Hey, not really. We're kind of on a hill. Someone at the bench. Whatever happens. Everything kind of just goes down the hill into the ocean. There's certain parts of Nanaimo that have had some flood issues, but not really.
Was that a black rabbit?
That was a black rabbit. It's kind of, it startled me. It was like underneath the flower pot planter thing.
Good luck or bad?
Rabbit? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know what the superstition is on black rabbits running in front of you. There is a lot of rabbits around this area. They're making a comeback. A few years ago, there was this weird rabbit disease going around.
Bad unless you chop its foot off.
Yeah. And this disease pretty much wiped out 90% of the Nanaimo rabbit population. But rabbits do what they do, and the population surged back. None of them are wild, they're all wild, but they're not native species here. It's all from people having pet rabbits and then letting them go free. There's another big. That's a big one. That's a big black rabbit. Oh, there's all the gears. Kind of want to ride more to this morning. I got out of the house early, but do I risk going down into Departure Bay with that road construction? I think maybe I do. Yeah, let's keep riding.
Skipping work.
Yeah. Well, sometimes when I get to that top of the hill, I feel tired. And I just be like, no. Like I always have intentions of riding more. And then I get to the top of that hill and go, no, let's just go to work. But feeling good today. And the traffic is super light. That's usually the determining factor. There's no headwind, so the ride is pleasant. There's no headwind to fight, so I'm not grinding away. There's been very few cars. The temperature is amazing. Actually, with me leaving early today, I can probably get this ride in and get to work the same time I normally would be getting to work. That's another determining factor of riding a bit more. All right. Enough of the beautiful views. Let's go see how long we're going to be stopped in road construction.
It's okay, we can honk at M to hurry up.
Yeah. I'm hoping this early that there's not a lot of wait. There shouldn't be many cars going through here. Oh, it says 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. So they haven't started yet.
Time to hack that sign and write something funny.
Yeah, I always think of that. Your boss called, said, "Don't come into work today." I've seen that before.
Right road closed ahead, so people turn around.
One sec. Can I do this? Oh yeah, I can do this. Oh, that's how you do it.
That is a steep-ass driveway.
Oh, that driveway is super steep. My wife would not approve. We get snow 3 times a year here. And when we were looking for houses, that was like her main concern, was steep driveways. Well, if it snows, we can't like get out of the driveway. I'm like, so? Like, it snows 4 times. And even when it does snow here, half the time everything closes anyway, so you don't need to go to work.
Or you get out that much faster.
Yeah, you just, exactly. You just fly off down the driveway. the school year is coming to a close, and today is like technology day, and they're letting all the kids bring all of their phones and Chromebooks into the classroom, and they're allowed to play video games all day. So my kid, she keeps we have her set up with like some Google Family link, so she just can't willy-nilly download apps. But she keeps, can I get this one, asking for approval non-stop.
When we had those ice storms here, we would slide down our driveway and it's not even a hill.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you get like ice storms where it's just a sheet of ice, yeah, that's dangerous. Even if that driveway had snow on it, our truck could make it up and down it.
I see some driveways up here crazy steep and not even paved. I don't know what they do in the winter.
Yeah. They just stay home. They don't leave. No, I think they're mostly concrete. This one's asphalt. It's a weird one. I think like that, the other side is asphalt too. I wonder if there was a certain year or, you know, a certain time period that they're doing asphalt driveways for sidewalks everywhere. All down those side streets, it's asphalt. But in my neighborhood, they're all concrete. They're probably trying to save money or something when they built them. Nanaimo has grown pretty quickly. And I think a lot of these areas, like Departure Bay here, a lot of the homes are pretty old. So build the houses and they put in the infrastructure and they don't expect the area to grow as much as it has.
What's ABG house cost around there?
Oh, expensive right now. I don't know, 700 I think was the last. Not as expensive as Vancouver or Victoria, but I'm pretty sure it's climbed significantly in the last 6-7 years.
And looks like you still get some land with the house.
Yeah, all houses around here have the newer subdivisions that they're building have no yards, but all the older homes do have a bit of piece of property. Yeah, this area is like 60s, 1960s, 1970s that it was built. A lot of the homes are like these West Coast boxes is what they're called. Or it's like a little rectangle house. That was a very specific time period of building homes. I think late 70s, early 80s. Like they're
Basement's a thing there.
yes. Like these houses here, they're just like these rectangles are everywhere, and they all have pretty much the exact same layout. Staircase in the middle, split. Half the staircase goes downstairs, the other half goes up, right at the front door. 2 bedrooms, bathroom, living room, kitchen upstairs. And then a bedroom, rec room, bathroom downstairs. All exactly the same.
People around here buying up old bungalows and building some massive ass houses, kinda ugly in my opinion, but people still buy it.
Yeah, we haven't, that's like Vancouver. We haven't gotten to that point yet. People are buying these houses and they're usually just living in them. I mean, they're renovating them, but we haven't really got to the point where people are tearing the houses down. It's like the land value, the house still has value. Like in Vancouver, you buy a piece of property for $1 million with an old ass house. The house's assessed value is 12 grand, and the property is 988,000. But here it's...
I think the original bids are 1,200 minus 1,400 square feet and 1 built down the street, that's like 4,000.
Yeah, that's happened. My grandma's neighborhood in Vancouver was like that. slowly, one by one, a house would get bought, torn down. Yeah, and a 4,000 square foot house gets built in its place.
Way to run the stop sign for no reason.
Yeah, it's just starting to get into traffic.
My motto is if you do stupid things, you gotta commit to it.
Oh yeah, I do this too. If you do something dumb and you second guess yourself while you're doing it, then you end up like looking dumber. So you just like, if you're gonna run a red light, you run it, just go it, do it. Oh, I'm gonna pull up to the cyclist here. We're gonna like morning. Yeah. What's funny is you don't really run into cyclists very often that are actually following the rules of the road correctly. So when I saw them up ahead taking the lane, I thought, well, maybe I'll join them. Because I could tell all the cars around that person were probably like, oh, look at the cyclist, like in the turning lane. What are they doing? What they're doing is following the rules of the road. Yeah. Well, that's a big... Cycling's tough because technically you have to follow the same rules of the cars. But car drivers are like, what the hell are they doing on the road? Get on the sidewalk, stupid bikes. But it's like, no, you're not allowed to ride on the sidewalk. And then the moment you do one thing that's even remotely like against the rules, they're like, oh, I see those stupid cyclists swerving all over the place. And it's like, dude, I bet you broke 10 traffic laws on your way to work. Guaranteed. Did you speed? Yeah, you did. Like, it's like a lose-lose when you ride your bike. That's why it's better if they just make separated bike lanes and no one has to be concerned about what anyone else is doing.
Feels like it's a lose-lose for me no matter what I do.
Yeah, well it is. Like if you and the problem with cycling in traffic, it's a lose-lose because like you're up against cars and if you get run over, you're gonna get squished. Then you really lose.
Later.
Have a good one, Dimitri.
See you at the pump track.
Yeah, I wish we got better cell reception there. It's like a cell dead zone. Because every time I go over there, I get half a lap in and then it just goes offline. Like it's so dead that it doesn't just go low, it goes off. Or it's just glitchy as crap. Like it's on the verge of going offline or staying low.